Our goal today is to demystify estate planning and introduce Bridget's heart and her centered approach. So welcome back to You Are Not Alone. If you've ever walked out of a doctor's office or a legal meeting feeling more confused than you walked in, it's not your fault. Today, we are taking control before crisis hits. Joining me is my trusted collaborator, estate preservation attorney Bridget Walker. Thank you for being here, Bridget.
Thank you for having me, Rachel. I'm really excited to have this conversation with you today.
Bridget, people often put off estate planning because it feels emotional or scary.
The power to take care of you in the worst situations really does provide you with that autonomy and control, even when you feel like, or you don't even know you feel like, but you've lost control of everything.
If we could clear something up, a lot of people think of online boilerplates. Is that how you say it? Boilerplate? Trust packages. Is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
They protect them. So if you had to fix the damage when things go wrong, why does local customization matter? Why does it matter that people come to a local attorney versus paying for it online?
That's actually one of my biggest concerns right now with the legal market is that there's a lot of these online systems that are popping up. For example, get your parents' power of attorney done for $79. And this is so important, especially with power of attorney documents, because one, that's a document where you're essentially giving the people that you've named the ability to step into your shoes and take over your financial world and start making really critical decisions for you. And unfortunately, those powers do get abused sometimes. Knock on wood, I have not had any of my clients suffer from that, but it is a lot of access and authority to allow someone to take over for you in one of your most vulnerable times of your life when you're not able to handle those finances for yourself. So it's very important that you sit down with an estate planning and elder law attorney who is focused exclusively in those areas of the law, because there are so many nuances that if they are left out of the plan, a lot of times we are stuck because we don't know there's a problem until someone brings the document to us and they've already become incompetent or incapacitated and they can't execute a new document with the exact powers that are required to do what they want to do to plan for their loved one.
One of the things as a board certified patient advocate, ethically, we're not allowed to have any type of power. And that would certainly give us power. I've seen a lot of abuses out there. And when you're held accountable by a licensing board, it certainly is very important. So the person has some type of way of holding you accountable. And there are a lot of abuses. Could you talk a little bit about what it looks like when someone has a power of attorney, but it was not filled out correctly, and then they're having to exercise it or having to activate it? I don't know what the terminology is. What happens?
A lot of times we use the financial power of attorney when we have a situation where an aging parent now needs long-term care, and unfortunately they don't have a lot of money in savings to pay for that long-term care. So their only option is to try to qualify for the government-based program, Medicaid. And in order to be able to qualify for Medicaid, an individual can only have $2,000. And one of the biggest strategies we use is the power to gift assets to others, whether it be a spouse or children, to qualify that person for Medicaid. If we don't have a very specific, unlimited gifting power in a financial power of attorney, the only thing the power of attorney agent can do is write a check to the nursing home. There's no opportunity to do a lot of the strategies that are available to help them or their loved one qualify for Medicaid. I have had a couple of situations where that was the case, that the legal capacity of the individual was no longer there to to sign a new document. So we had to work with what we had in the confines of that document. And we're not allowed to, unfortunately, save as much as we could have had we had the right power of attorney language in place.
Thank you for sharing that. If someone does nothing else today, but what is step one?
Step one is find a qualified estate planning and elder law attorney in the local community that you want to work with. And there are a lot of estate planning attorneys in our local area that are very good. We all have a little bit different way of providing services and philosophies about different types of strategies and whatnot. So I always recommend reaching out to at least 2 or 3 different attorneys and choosing the one that you can sit down and have a conversation with about some of the most troubling things on your mind. If you can't feel open enough to have that conversation with them, they're probably not the right person for you. So number one is saying, yes, I need to get a plan, and finding who that person is that's going to guide them on that planning journey.
Should we start thinking about it now?
Everyone, Rachel, should have a plan if you're age 18 or you're 118. You really do need a plan. It's not the same plan that an 18 and 118-year-old need, but a plan is needed. Basic documents, wills, powers of attorney, healthcare powers of attorney, because particularly for the younger generation, once they turn 18 and head off to college, mom and dad no longer have legal authority to get access to their medical information or perhaps their bank account if they're not listed on it. All of those things. And a lot of people don't realize, because, I'm a parent and, I'm paying for the college education. I should be able to get access to the information. I should be able to call a hospital and say, what happened to my child who's been in an accident? But the reality is that's not always the case. And those documents provide those key abilities for people to get access to information.
Just never know, right?
You don't. And, a lot of younger folks don't think they need to plan, primarily because who wants to think about death and dying? Oh, that's for, my grandmother and my grandfather. I'm not at that stage in my life. No, maybe you're not, but we do need to plan for the unexpected because, as we all know, the only thing that is guaranteed for us is that we are all someday going to pass away. We are all going to have to pay taxes at some point in time. Those are the only 2 guarantees in life.
That is true. Well, Bridget, thank you for doing the second episode with me. And next time we talk, we are going to, so thank you. And I'll see you on episode 3.
Sounds good, Rachel. Thank you.
Thank you.